on a small parcel. So just something to think about in terms of that reference to a different property this evening. The point was not to say you cannot build a house like that. It's the harmony or how that house resonates to the neighborhood in terms of things like mass, scale, and appearance. And these are unique because they're often spring. They should feel somewhat in unison or sympathetic to the scale of these other homes. And the applicant has made strides, but as you said, Mr. Chairman, could you make it a little smaller? The answer, I didn't hear that this evening. Maybe that's something you want to consider still.
Well, last time he told me no. And to your comments, I just want to say this. I'm looking at 313.6 in our code. And it says, this whole thing is to talk about the Board of Historic Preservation and Architectural Review, its responsibilities. It states the purpose in the first paragraph. And consistent with that first paragraph, it says inadequate or excessive mass and or scale of the building or structure when compared or contrasted with other like uses of structure in the village, even if the same is otherwise in dimensional compliance under the applicable table of dimensional regulations. Mere compliance with the table of dimensional regulations shall not bear on the determination of whether or not the mass and or scale is excessive. So
we can.
We can, but I mean, so this is in the code, it's repeated, and as it mentioned, it's repeated by the New York State Department of Parks. So I'm hearing different opinions. I have, personally, we can have the vote tonight, but you know, if you guys want to have it, if someone wants to make that motion, we can have the vote tonight. But I don't understand this. The conflict that people are telling me exists. There's nothing in here that says precedent. There's nothing in the state code that I've seen that talks about precedent. Well, it's case law.
I believe it.
So what are we saying then?
I'm just saying.
I mean, that's why I'd like to have a separate council with you and discuss this, because I think some of the comments here were very germane, and do vote for a different village. So I'm concerned about that.
And one thing that I'd like to just get understand about, or get, I guess, straightened out, is that it was stated that 12 Marston was being developed by the same. I know it isn't, no. But it was stated that it was. And so I wanted to go on record that it's not. Sag Harbor Express.
Again, I'll just leave you with the tree comment, and that's all.
I got you.
They've worked hard to present something that's more palatable to this board, and that goes a long way in showing that they respect what you're giving them guidance for. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't want to interrupt anyone else. Anyone else? So I would respectfully request. Well, I just want to comment. If I'd like the ability, Chairman, to provide with some authority on precedent and some of the other things that I gave, and I will give that to you. I think.
I don't think you need to do that.
Okay,
I have other sources, and I'll use those sources. But I appreciate the offer.
But he can if he wants to, just for the record, he's allowed to.
Yeah, he could write it up and give it to you.
Well, he could write it up. It's all right.
You'll read it.
And that's the point, right? That you were gonna write it up. You're not gonna state it right now. Okay.
One. Number two, you've heard everything that's been said. We'd like to be able to digest it, and if you adjourn this matter.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that the recording just started.
Oh,
but that's all right.
It's been going in and out.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear, no, it had been discussed.
So we'd like to digest everything that was said by the board
okay.
tonight, and come back at What should we say? How long is it?
But I don't wanna say one.
Maybe they should be on the street.
You have the right to speak if you want to.
We're coming back.
Referring to some of the comments. So one of the things was
You have to come to the podium.
And state your
And
name.
identify yourself.
Matt Panfeld, the owner of this property. But one of the things was, he mentioned that the trees on the perimeter, they are on the perimeter, but they're not my property. So that's why they're not on the survey. So they're over more towards the other properties that are not mine. Those are staying. So all the little trees and the weed trees are the ones that are coming down. Okay, and there was only one that was on my property that was worth saving, that fell into this rule. And then the other ones that he said were on the perimeter, those are on the back side, and that's where we have an additional 7 of those. And those are all being saved. We saved every one that we could. There was only one tree that
Right,
was
I see
in,
that
and
on
we're
the plan.
planting many canopy trees. And we took all your comments and applied it to the landscaping plan. You could see
Yes,
there's a dozen canopy trees in each lot.
we're only looking at number 7 today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Does anyone want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion
For a month?
to what? Yeah, next month, yeah.
Our next
To
meeting is October.
the table, 7.
October.
We're gonna table
October right now. Yeah.
Are we going to, so this is 7. I'll make the motion to table 7 Marsden Street
November 14th, sorry.
to November 14th.
Do we have a second?
I second. All in favor? Aye. And I think I'd like to make a motion to table 9.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yes, because
Would you like to,
we're gonna be
All right, I'll
exhausted.
second that.
okay,
Carrie, you with us?
All in favor?
We made one motion and passed it to table 7
What I.
and one motion to,
all right, hold on, sorry.
We're
I'm
not
sorry.
tabling 9.
hmm?
Oh, you want to present 9?
Yeah, well, one thing I would like, which will
I'm sorry.
8:30, and hopefully we could, my comment as, if we could incorporate my comments on 7 into 9, I don't wanna go for the whole.
That's fine. If
Is
it's
that
okay
okay?
with the board, it
Is
makes
that okay
sense to
with you
me.
folks? Cause I talked about.
Otherwise, we'll have to
You're saying it's,
repeat
precedent's been set, right?
Oh,
Okay.
So, I mean, the only thing that I would like to say, we're gonna open 9, I have just one quick thing to say about 9, and then I'll have Denise present, but if it's okay with you, I'd like to incorporate.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Is that okay?
Yep.
Yeah, we closed 7, okay. Would someone like to present 9 Marsden Street to this board?
Good evening again, the board. Here tonight for 9 Marsden Street. This is the flag lot directly behind 7 Marsden Street, which we just looked at a few minutes ago. You can a list of changes again, and this is first the list from the very beginning.
Same one? Or
It's
different?
different one, all of the properties.
Thank you.
Different changes.
Could, you guys, could, Carrie, can I ask the people in the back to please stop? It makes it more difficult to hear. No, they're gonna keep talking. Focus,
You guys
people.
take a conversation outside.
Focus.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
So with respect to 9 Marsden, this is the one that we did change the roof, the structure from hip roof to gable. We increased by the house. We removed the glass stair tower appearance in front of the that was separated with windows. We did change the color of the trim and the siding, that's per the request. We made all of the porches, column, or basically all of the wood on site, including the fences, vertical green. We did change the window alignment so that it's more symmetrical. We moved the door, we changed one door to a window, for the board request. We did change the front door, which was double, to a single door. And we removed the eyebrow window on the roof. We did add 16 canopy trees to this lot. And we have things for landscaping, just as on the other property, by removing between giant hedging and by introducing non-uniformity into the landscaping plan and splitting up which trees were planted along the principal property. So if you look right now, we're looking at the elevation from the top. This would be facing the common driveway. So you can see two of the canopy trees, a few of the canopy trees in that. On this site, I believe there are 4 trees that fell within the definition of needing to be protected. Out of those, there was only one that we couldn't do because it's literally in the middle of the building on the rest of them we are keeping. And they are to the back of the property, as Val pointed out, further. So essentially those are the changes that have been made since the beginning. The board, with the start, has expressed a fondness for the structure, for what it looks like. And I, as I said on the application, I think that this one also speaks to the as well. If you look at this into the community, this in Marston Street, and it is all, I'm sorry. It is a flag lot behind number 7. So you do take a flag strip to get back to that property. So in terms of visibility, I don't know how visible it actually will be from Marsden, since it will be behind the main house. I don't know that it will be visible from Division at all, but Marsden, I can't tell. We can move to the next slide if you don't mind, Carrie. So this is an image, actually. The rear. Yeah, that's actually the rear of. Not the side. Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. That's the rear of the house. And that would be taken from the other property. So the neighbor's property, actually.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, it's gotta be a
So that's
neighbor.
our green fence along the edge of the property, and it's shown in grass, but actually, the neighbor's property there is good. But just to give you an idea of how we interspersed,
So it's Madison Street,
it's.
But
I'm
you-
sorry.
you
I'm sorry, I
think?
didn't hear.
Madison?
Is it
Are we
Madison?
looking for Madison?
No.
Which neighbor are we looking from?
So
Where's the,
we're looking from the neighbor that's on Division.
on Division? Okay,
That is right next to so right behind our properties, the 4 properties, there's one neighbor right on Division that sort of has a long slot.
oh, yeah, okay, yes, yes, Barry, it was a Barry that built.
And
Yeah,
this just demonstrates how we intersperse the green giants and cypress and other trees so that we don't have that uniform hedge sort of look. But we do get some privacy for both neighbors with the extra trees.
Mhm.
And the next slide, when you're ready. Sorry.
That's scary.
This is an image from the.
I actually screwed up the other one was from that.
That was
that owns from that, so.
It was from Madison?
That was in Madison. This one is,
Division.
it's a side view of the house,
Yeah.
which would be. That's the one from 7 Boston.
Okay, so
That's a view
we're
of
standing at 7,
Oh, okay.
That's
at
what you
9.
see.
Yeah, I see, okay. So we're
Okay.
standing in the backyard at 7, looking at.
I'm
9.
looking at 9.
Got it.
Yeah, because, yes, because it's turned, the other house is turned.
Yeah. And there should be, I don't know if there's another element. Sorry, next one was ready.
Do you wanna,
Yeah, if there should be, I don't know if the
no, there's only
landscaping.
3, front, side, or rear.
Okay, what about the landscaping plan? Yeah. All right, fabulous. Okay, so here's our revised landscaping plan. If you look at the top, you can see which canopy trees we are adding to this property. Again, we tried to intersperse shrubbery, grasses, make it a more wild appearance, bring some more color to the property. And I think on average, you said we were adding 16.
That's 14.
14 on this one. 14 canopy trees are being added to number 9. And this
Total.
in total.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it's 9. Yeah.
24.
And then if you look at the top of the page, you'll see there, it says trees to remain, and then there's like little green circles. Those are the trees that were 12 DPH or over that were worthy of saving. And the only one that we can't save is the one that you see right next to the house right there. But there's 1, 2, 3 others. And then we'll talk about the other ones when we get to the other lots. No, I don't think we have any new.
That's it.
Yeah, because we didn't need to change our elevation, so, we're kind
I have no questions. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Do you have any questions? Okay, then,
Mr. Bennett's coming.
oh,
Big John Bennett.
Again, I would just ask that the board, work out the reference all the comments on the fire matter. I would note that this property being a flag lot is very significant. The here separate guidelines and most literature available talks about historic preservation, most importantly when it's visible from a public right of way. I don't want to argue whether or not this flag lot will be visible from the public right of way once you get down to 5, but it certainly is a part of the issue that you have to look at. And I think the flag lot makes this an easier matter for the board. I think it just does. In addition to the fact that I would again ask that my comments about the style of architecture, which is consistent with this house again being a very consistent with late 19th century, early 20th century houses, not only in terms of style but also in terms of material. So I would hope that this wouldn't present because of its existence as a flag lot, some of the issues that the board may be struggling with on the other house. Oh, and finally, I'm sorry. With that, the width of the lot is 125 feet. The house is about 60, so again, a nice proportion, and the side yard, the back house was in relation to some of the other homes. Thank you. So just the recording step. Thank you.
Actually, I do have one question. What is the driveway made of? Is it permeable?
Yes, it'll be blue crushed stone.
Ah,
This is the word,
is
the
that considered
way of getting
permeable?
in.
The common
To the
driveway.
No, the private driveway of that house.
Oh,
Okay,
In-
the common driveway as well as the private driveways are all gonna be blue crushed stone.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, and we are doing full grading and drainage now. I know that somebody asked earlier, like I didn't get to answer that question, but we usually do that at the building department phase and not usually at the ARB phase, but just I didn't want anyone to think that we were overlooking having to keep our drainage on our property.
Okay.
With that, is there anyone waiting to say anything or
Elizabeth Gilbert.
Elizabeth Gilbert? I'm glad we're
Hi,
getting,
thank you. I'll be really quick. I just wanted to compliment Ms. Long on her question. I would like to know if the road will also be made out of bluestone, the road that's going to be constructed between the four houses. And I want
Yes.
to
He said it
comment.
would.
It would be, okay, fine. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm glad we're making time and a half tonight.
And that is
Anyway, does anyone have any more comments? I would like, I'll make a motion to
Table.
table, whichever one, I'm lost numbers.
Nine.
Nine, thank you. So, till the next month meeting. And can I get a second?
Second, I will second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it was a late night and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My record for public hearings, 4 AM at the Southampton Village zoning board of appeals, they should just go.
Oh my
through.
gosh.
God.
Well,
Oh, I'd be
Fortunately,
asleep.
one of the members owned barristers across the street.
Oh, there you go.
Back and forth.
But we don't want to challenge that record, that's for sure.
Do you,
Huh? We are done, right?
No, you're not. You have the consent agenda matter, then you
Oh.
have to adjourn.
yes.
Okay.
All right, I'll
I'm
move
stretching my
down.
legs, do you
I'm
mind?
gonna move the consent agendas.
Matt, you forgot your sweatshirt.
I'm gonna move the four, I think it's four.
So you're.
274 Division Street, 15 Lighthouse Lane, 133 Main Street, and 21 Dartmouth Road. I make a motion to move these four.
I
Oh,
second.
there's another one. There's a fifth
No, I
one.
got them all.
No,
Oh,
on
I'm
the next,
sorry.
on the next page.
Good job, Jude. 7 Brandywine Drive.
I second your motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And now I'll take a
Too late,
motion
Nathan,
to
too late.
terminate the meeting, to end the meeting.
Terminate.
End the meeting.
I move that we close the meeting.
Adjourn, right?
Adjourn.
We do, yeah. I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
I am.